After reviewing The Sims 2 Castaway on PS2 in 2023 and PSP in 2024, I decided I might as well review every Sims game on the Wii and eventually all 4 versions of The Sims 2 Castaway altogether. With only the Wii and DS left, it shouldn't be too hard to get through, right? Right? Yeah, well, it kind of can because the Wii version has several problems holding it back, but was rather more enjoyable overall over the PS2 and PSP versions. Not sure if it's because this is my 3rd time playing the same exact game or what, but for whatever reason, I didn't have too much of a bad time with this one. So let's get this one over, shall we?
It's about bloody time!
The concept of this Sims game is you're shipwrecked on an island and now must survive and find rescue, let alone a way to escape the island. Or should I say islands, as this game features 4 islands, one of which is hidden until you solve a basic puzzle. Gather resources to craft, eat, and survive the elements of a tropical island in the middle of nowhere. Severe storms will tear up your shelter, and lightning will strike your furniture, as nothing is truly safe from Mother Nature. Along the way, you'll find your fellow crew if you brought anyone with you, and must band together as a tribe and solve the lore of these islands, eventually figuring out one of 2 ways to escape and end the game. Sounds fun, right? For this entry, I decided to bring everyone back, except instead of 2 females, we brought along a newcomer to these reviews, who's still pretty fresh and has been barely ever used. I'll let you figure out who that is till we get to him. So starting off, like the other versions, this game doesn't have much in the way of create-a-sim assets. It's lacking in hairs, clothes, and you can't even change the faces up really. Not the eye color or eyebrow color either. So expect everyone to have brown eyes and brown eyebrows at all times. Unless it's hidden somewhere in another menu. Heck, at first I completely overlooked the clothing category till I went back to edit everyone.
Because he's stupid. Duh. He's stupid, so he's gonna think something stupid. It's pretty simple, right? I mean, duh.
Sadly, I couldn't really make anyone look like their real selves, though my Sim and Charlie were the most accurate, followed by Muda, but poor Zach couldn't have a balding hairstyle.
Suck a fucking dick, shut the fuck up.
As for the newcomer we brought in, either it's A, Queso, B, Jontron, C, JD Delay, D, Yo Mama, or E, J-Schlatt. Enter your answer now. 3, 2, 1. It was 1999.
We're not sure if we're going to use this for ice cream, but we got some peanut butter today, and what happened to this peanut butter?
Again, because of the lack of customization, nobody really looks on par with their real selves. Mostly. But hey, enough negativity. For now. I mean, if you're not new around here, you know I'm not all sunshine and rainbows. I leave that fruity shit to the corpo shills like Lil Simsy, Alana Pierce, Young Yeah, Jesse Cox, ACG, Skill Up, and the Act Man to sell you products that they were paid to tell you are good, even when they're not. So I'm always honest with how I feel about games, and always will be, never afraid to express them, even when I got nothing but flack from fanboys because of it.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Anyways, let's go on a boat trip and begin our nightmare. Welcome aboard the SS Balding.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Tim and Moist Critical is balding.
Fuck you guys.
Who wants to sing?
Oh God, please no.
You smell like dust. Your armpits are home to new types of moss.
What the fuck, dude?
Hey, let's go fishing.
Someone needs to steer the boat.
Hey, SHL8ET, you drive the boat, okay?
Oh god, who let Schlatt drive?
Man overboard.
Right away, the game begins with your tutorial island as you get to know of all the mechanics and controls. It's literally the PS2 and PSP game, but now you're forced to use a Wiimote and nunchuck. You cannot, for the love of God, use a classic controller or GameCube controller. Oh, no. You're forced to play motion-based only in every single Sims Wii game. What the actual fuck? It's just so clunky to deal with. I hate this setup. The Wiimote is used to confirm and point things around. The nunchuck is to move your sim and use the other buttons to speed up and whatnot. I just can't get used to this setup. Why? Why can't we just have a normal controller option? Fucking Nintendo Wii.
Yep.
Having to use the cursor to navigate menus is not that responsive, and you can easily select the wrong menu. But one thing I did notice right away about the Wii version, in comparison to the PS2 and PSP, is the load times and responsiveness to menu navigation was a lot better. Yet in turn, this game looks way worse. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Gathering resources is required to get anywhere. Need a shelter? Get some vines, leaves, and wood. Need a fire pit? Get some crap of whatever it needs. Need food? Climb trees and spear fish till you get stuff. Yet every time you do anything, when you gather, your needs decay so rapidly. So you'll be dealing with those along the way. Stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. Yep, just what I like in my games. Each resource deposit appears to take roughly a day or so, or a single loading screen from back to the area for it to respawn. Some resources give you loads of stuff, while others not so much, because of course there's the rare resources you need for the best of stuff, like obsidian spears, knives, and axes. As for crafting, you must get a workbench of some kind. Each one has a different level and what you can make at them, but only non-furniture and shelter stuff can be crafted here, so tools, other leisure goods, and clothing are made at these benches. At first, your only bench is, well, you can see it's nothing good. As such, your only available stuff is the lowest grade. So get to improving your mechanical skill and make more stuff. Build shelters and gather more resources. Everything you do will build your skill set to make things easier in the end. Plus, you need to have a certain skill level in order to just explore the island and progress the story. Well, there's no story, but you get the idea. Want to beat the game? Want to get the best spots to build and gather resources? Get good, son. Build up that body and mechanical skill. Building relationships takes forever, especially because this game lacks social interactions. It's basically talk, argue, romantic hugs, serenade, propose, marriage, etc. Oh, and you can't woohoo, so there's no reason to really build relationships. You just need to if you want to get people to join your tribe, and in turn, they do nothing to help you. The chimpanzees are way more useful than your crew will ever be. And all they want is a banana and a hug.
Yeah, we can teach him sign language, and he can tell us stories about what you two did on the island together.
No. Let's not bring the monkey.
Exploration, much like on PlayStation 2 and Portable, remains the same and in turn is rather boring. Each area is tiny, linear, and features the same old stuff with barely anything being different between them, making exploration not really rewarding. I mean, I shoved my head into a door with a crown to unlock it. I can't remember if I did this on the PSP or PS2, so this was exciting to see a new area. But it was just a door that led outside of a temple, with every resource I could gather elsewhere. So yeah, I was disappointed in that. But hey, I finally completed the quicksand puzzle. Alright, that was during the failed recording because Nvidia Shadowplay fucking sucks. Fuck you Nvidia, I'm getting closer to going AMD at this rate. I already got their CPU after bailing on Intel, now you're enticing me to get their GPUs as well. The grind is real, and it sucks. You need to gather so much stuff just to make the tiniest of things. Your needs decay so rapidly, you might as well break the disc in half, as it would be more pleasant than tending to your needs. It's like you're playing a narcoleptic, hypoglycemic, 128-year-old chain smoker with the bladder of a newborn. You're always dealing with energy, bladder, hunger, social fun, and more. I hate it. All this stuff just gets in the way. If The Sims 2 Castaway got rid of majority of these, or all together, nobody would care, and it would have been a much more fun game in turn. If your crew wasn't so useless, I'd actually have more fun, but all they do is talk, abuse the hot springs, and make so much food it mostly goes to waste. Not to mention all the fires they start because of it, like holy shit. Most of my time was putting out fires because they left empty bowls lying around the campfires. Hell, Schleit himself burned down one of my huts by setting up a fire pit within it. I don't remember doing that. Plus, the recording didn't save. Fuck you, Nvidia Shadowplay. Fuck you. The music is so generic and just okay. If you want a generic play it safe, boring tropical island playlist, this is it. It's nothing iconic or unique, just drums, maracas, and all that jazz. Honestly, I'd sooner recommend you disable it altogether so you're not hearing the same song over and over and over and over and over and over, bend over and over and over and over again. Much like the PSP and PS2, the Wii version is plagued with technical problems, from slow down to freezing to even graphical glitches where textures flicker all the time, which is very prominent in the most prosperous place to build a shelter at, with the hot springs and everything right outside the temple. Yet, for some reason, it was also less of an issue than PS2 and the worst offender, PSP. Go figure. While all three have problems, Nintendo Wii was the best overall experience performance-wise. How is that even possible? The Wii was an underpowered disaster, but it is what it is.
You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. There it is.
When it comes to actually finishing this horrible game, just like the PS2 and PSP, you got two options, or at least you should, but for me, for some reason, the boat ending glitched out and wouldn't let me build the craft. So I had to go with the ending 2, where you build a radio with a transmitter, sending out an SOS. Either way, both endings are the same. The only difference is the first few screenshots.
Applause. Vous avez ça, Valet.
At the end of the day, I can barely recommend The Sims 2 Castaway. It's just the PS2 and PSP version with motion-based controls that are incredibly clunky. Not to mention all the gameplay issues, and there's glitches that stop you from progressing, let alone escaping the island if you're not careful. The AI isn't that good, and your crew won't do anything to really help. Just mooch. The game is just a mess as per usual, but unlike the PS2 and PSP version, it's just slightly more enjoyable to play for some reason. I'll just recommend this version of the three, and as for the DS version, well, I had to cancel that review, as I need original hardware to use its tacky gimmicks like microphone blowing to start campfires. Fuck that. Oh well, at least we still have 2 more Sims games for the Wii to look at. Not counting My Sims because it was its own series. So someday we'll look at The Sims 2 Pets for Wii and The Sims 3 for Wii. Till then anyways, that's it for this video. See you all later.
Vous avez ça, Valet.
Oh, Sugi. My God.